And we're back. Hello everyone. This is going to be my quick primer guide for how to play Alisa in Tekken 7 Fatal Retribution on console. I uploaded my first tutorial on Miguel yesterday, and so far the response has been super positive, and I had a lot of fun making it, so I thought I'm going to try and keep making these as fast as possible. And since we did like the manliest man yesterday, I thought we'd do the girliest girl today. Alisa is actually the character I mained in Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag 2. She was kind of like the character I was known for in my group of friends back in Europe all those years ago. And she was kind of bad back then. I know JDCR stated that he thought she was the worst character in the arcade release of Tekken Tag 2, so not including the DLC characters in Tag 2. But she has had some really powerful buffs and some really important changes, and right now she is considered to be sort of mid-tier to upper mid-tier, like an above average strong character in this game, which is great of course for her. I personally think that the best thing they improved about her is her looks. I kind of hated the way that awkward like flowery dress she had, like how it had like two really bright annoying colors that clashed horribly and everything, and now she just looks amazing, and she has some brand new shiny moves. So if you've never thought about playing Alisa before, definitely check her out in Tekken 7. She's super solid. I guess the recommendation would be, if you like to play defensively and you like to play keep out, then I really recommend Alisa for you. If you like to do a lot of backdashing, and you like to do a lot of sidestepping, and you're not necessarily all about the offense all the time, then she's probably a good character for you. And I'm gonna explain a little bit more about what I mean when I say like defensive playstyle in Tekken later, because obviously this isn't Street Fighter. You can't just hang back, on the other side of the screen and just throw balls at your opponent, unless you're like a Kuma, obviously. Oh god, I hate the fact that he's in this game, but whatever. Enough about that. If we start talking about like Alisa and her important moves, I think the most iconic Alisa move that you need to know about is down back 3. Down back 3 is a super good low poke that Alisa is famous for. The reason, I mean, this might not look super impressive for like an iconic signature move, but trust me, it is really that good. So what it is like a fast low poke, comes out at 16 frames, and let's see, it is still 16 frames, right? Yeah. So that's really fast. Your opponent is never gonna like react to it and block it, so it's completely safe as long as you're not being obvious. And then when it gets blocked, it is -12, so it can be punished like most lows, but not super significantly or anything. So this is a very safe, very reliable low poke that is just gonna keep sort of stacking up. The way you play Alisa a lot of the time is like you're doing pokes and you're playing around, and then you do this, and then you like back out, or you jab, or then you do like some mids, and then you do this, and then you back out and stuff. So you're like sprinkling these down back 3s throughout your offense, and the damage is really going to start racking up and annoy your opponent over time, and so that's why the move is good. And as you can see, if I pause it when she's in this animation, let's back out a little bit. Yeah, so if you look at Alisa's body here, I don't know if you can see, let's back up a little bit more. If you can go out here, you can probably see it better. Yeah, so if you look at Alisa's body, she does this thing where she sticks her entire leg out, but she's also leaning her entire torso back. That means that that entire space between like her foot and her head is like an open space where your opponent, even if they stick out a mid, even if they do a move, they're gonna whiff a lot of the time, because she has so much like just air between her and her opponent in this attack animation. So it's a very evasive low that has great crush properties. So I mean, I can't recommend it enough. If you ever played Alisa, you know about this move. Very, very good. I think you still get, yeah, it's still -1 on hit, and that just means that you're not going to use it for creating offense or anything, like get a hit with this and then go into a mix-up or anything. It's like I said, much more about like doing this and then backing out, or like doing this and then maybe doing another low and then, you know, start moving again. So yeah, very good. That's like our main thing for lows. I guess I could mention her other good low poke is down 4, and this is one of those low pokes that just leaves you standing up if you don't want to go in a full crouch and you don't mind not being able to high crush. You can do this and yeah, you'll still be standing up, so you have access to your standing moveset without doing, you know, a full crouch cancel or anything, which can be nice. So yeah, those are your main two like low pokes, and if we're going to talk about mids, this is down forward 1, and just like Miguel, just like most characters, 13 frame down forward 1 is like a standard mid poke. Alisa is a little bit different. This is still 13 frames, but it's a lot more negative on block than a normal down forward 1. A normal one would be somewhere like -2 or 3, whereas Alisa's is, I think it's -6. Let's double check. Yeah, it's -6, which means that if this gets blocked, you can't just continue your offense. Yeah, you gotta be careful. But instead, she has an alternative, which is down forward 4. And down forward 4 is a very good sort of fast mid poke, and it is her stand-in move for a normal down forward 1. So if you're a Tekken player and you know about poking with like a down forward 1 or a fast mid, this is your main option for Alisa. So just like switch those around inside your head. And this has great range, it's really fast, it's a really good move actually. So that's your main mid poke, and then the reason to use down forward 1 is that it has this extension, down forward 1-4. And down forward 1-4 is very good because it is a completely safe mid string, meaning you can just do this up close when you want to stick some moves out. If your opponent makes a mistake and press a button, you get damage, and if they don't, then you're completely safe, and it's you know, not a big deal. So that's a great sort of mid string. So your primary mids are going to be this move and this string, and then oh, I'm going to show you as well that the down forward 1-4, like if a counter hits up close like this, it doesn't do anything special, but if only the second hit counter hits, you get a hard knockdown, and I think you still get a completely guaranteed down back 3 off of this. So that's super good, and yeah, the reason, like, I don't know why it only comes out when only the second hit counter hits, but that's fine, because what happens a lot of the time is you're doing down forward 1 and then down forward 1, well, not back to back obviously, but you're doing down forward 1 a lot, and then you do down forward 1-4, and your opponent presses a button in between, then you're going to get the counter hit on the 4 extension for the knockdown and the guaranteed damage. So that's the way that works. And then the last mid you need to know about with Alisa, which is probably one of her like top 3 most important moves, is her back 1. Back 1 is a very important move. It can be used up close like this, but it is mainly used when you're at like slightly longer range. You can see for a mid poke it actually has a very good range. So it's slightly slower than your typical mid poke, but it has a lot more range, and it has good tracking. So this is just a very good keep out tool / mid poke. It's a lot of the time what you use to open up offense with her. If you get a hit with this, then you can do any kind of like mix up you want. It's very good for that. It comes out at 15 frames, so a little bit slower, but it gives you, what does it give you? +8 on hit, which is obviously massive. So great move. And then something to note about it is that it does recover in full crouch, and that's good because Alisa has some decent stuff from full crouch. So sometimes you really want to go into full crouch and do, like, you know, this move, the Sad Hound I think it's called, and things like that. So for now, just know that this is a great mid poke that can be used as a keep out tool, and it can allow you to set up your full crouch mix up. Because it gives you plus frames and puts you in full crouch. It has this extension, which is like famously a shitty move that Alisa never uses. But I think, yeah, so the second hit where she drops her head down, or doesn't drop her head down if you live in Korea, if that counter hits, then the launch is for free. That doesn't make the move good or anything. As you can see, that low comes out really slowly, and I can't recommend this move ever being used unless there's a specific situation that you know of where you think it's going to work. But it's just down back one by itself almost all the time. And then if we just mention her full crouch mix up quickly, the low option is full crouch down forward 1+2, which is the tie your shoes move. Very good, very reliable long range tracking low, hits grounded, good in every way. And then for the mid, you can use a couple of things. The main thing people use is while standing 1+2, which is a homing mid move that does a good amount of damage and knocks down. You can hold it and she rotates it for longer and does more damage. And these moves are safe on block, so you have a safe mid that is homing, so whether they duck, sidestep or block, you're good with this one. And then as long as they don't block low, this one is also pretty safe. So this is mainly how she makes her opponent up from full crouch. And then obviously, you know, you can do just while standing 4 to get up quickly, and do like just a quick mid to get out of the full crouch, so like back 1 while standing 4, just like a very normal sequence, or back 1 while standing 1-2. When you just want to get something out quickly and interrupt your opponent. And then yeah, you can hop kick from full crouch as well, and that's going to be your 15 frame launcher option. Because your while standing launcher, your while standing 2 is a little bit too slow. While standing, let's see, 2 is 17 frames, I'm pretty sure. So you can't really use that for a mix-up. It's very punishable as well. So don't use while standing launchers for the full crouch mix-up if you don't need to. Stick to like maybe the while standing 1+2. All right. So we talked about that. I guess yeah, her jabs. I should just mention quickly. She has a standard 1-2. There's nothing special to note about this, except the fact that it has that extension. Much like the while standing 1+2 that I just mentioned, this is one of those moves where Alisa can hold the attack to rotate, and the move becomes longer and more powerful. So that's the normal one. She just adds a little low like that, and then this is the charged up version, which is actually a launcher. So this is dangerous to use. Most people are going to block this very reliably. I can't really and even like when you just do the uncharged version, you know how some characters like I showed you down for 1-1-3 with Miguel, and like I think it's 1-2-4 with Leo and moves like that. They stick a little low poke on their jab string, and it's good sometimes because it rarely gets blocked. With Alisa, this is just too slow in my opinion. If you look, like she's spinning down for a long time, not really useful. The way you can use this move is it's actually a wall combo. The fully charged version after a wall splat will hit. I'll show you that later. I don't know why this is considered such a great option with her. I guess we'll have a look at the damage later, but I know that like Chanel, who's probably one of the best Tekken players in the world, and probably the best Alisa player in history, uses this for a wall combo a lot of the time, so there's got to be a good reason, but we'll check it out later. But that's just her jabs, and then for your 10 frame block punish, you use 1-1, because it does more damage than the 1-2. This used to do like 31 or something damage in Tekken Tag 2, and I'm noticing now that it's been nerfed down to 25, which is probably a little bit more balanced. The problem with this move is that the second high is very duckable, and so this is not used for poking and stuff. That's mainly 1-2, and then you use this for your block punishment. And if we're talking about block punishment, the other major buff besides the down 3 that Alisa received in Tekken 7 is that she got a good 12 frame block punisher, which she didn't have before. So she has that for 10, and then she has this for 12 now, and that's her 2-4, just standing 2-4. This is the 2 by itself, right? This slow kind of awkward punch that I don't like. So yeah, now she has that. This is gonna like wall splat and do all that good stuff. It's basically just like a 2 jab into her normal standing 4. But yeah, it's a great move. So she has that for 12, and then for 15 you get a hop kick. So that's your standing punishment. And then for while standing, unfortunately she's not very good. She's got a shitty while standing 4. She's got while standing 1, 2, which I think is 12, right? And then that's all she has for while standing. You have to do like hop kicks for 15, and then you've got that thing for 17. So yeah, she's alright for block punishment when standing, not really when ducking. A lot of the time, fast lows, she doesn't get a lot of punishment. So if you want to play against Alisa and you have some good fast low pokes, abuse those, because she probably won't punish you very hard. Okay. Oh, and she has that for 14, I guess. That's a new thing as well. I'm pretty sure that you can press 3+4 to go into fly stance after that move, but yeah, that's by the by. Alright, so we've talked a lot about like close-up game and pokes and everything, so now let's talk about the space where Alisa wants to be, which is when she has space between herself and the opponent. About this range right here, and anything that is like even further back, she excels. She's better than most characters, and so as long as you're out here, you have a competitive advantage on your opponent simply because your move list is better suited for large spaces. So back 3 is a great option to start off with. This is a keep out homing move. It's mid and it's completely safe on block. It comes out at 20 frames. It is homing and it gives you -8 on block. So yeah, completely safe. Just a very good option as long as you're not up here. You know, 20 frames is very slow when you're right next to your opponent, but when you're out here, it's fine. And your opponent cannot sidestep it, cannot duck it, is rarely going to backdash out of it because it has good range. So it's a great move. Especially at the beginning of the round, you will see advanced Alisa players like to use this to start off the round if they predict that their opponent is going to sidestep or duck, and they score this powerful knockback, and then they've created all this space that they can use because they like to have a lot of space, right? And so the second move I want to talk about in terms of like spaced out game with Alisa, super famous move with her, is her while running 2, and before we like go into this move, I thought I want to talk about a little bit about while running moves in this game. As you can see, if you don't know, like if you're spaced out from your opponent and you do a dash and you hold forward, your opponent starts running. Normally they'll start like their legs will start running, but with Alisa she's a robot, so she gets her wings out and starts flying instead. And that means that she's in her running animation. So if she does like a 3, she does her while running 3. If she does like a 2, she's gonna do her while running 2. And but when I am like in this range, you see I'm still doing the while running 2 right here, because I'm doing instant while running. And I mean, if you're a Tekken player, you think this sounds super basic and I'm boring you right now, I'm sorry, but I just thought I'd mention instant while running because it is such an important technique to learn in Tekken 7. I mean, just what are the characters that have to rely completely on while running just 2 in this game? Alisa, Gigas, Dragunov, Claudio, Kazumi. So, I mean, learning how to do instant while running stuff is very important, and the way you do it, if you look at my command history, is you press forward 3 times, and then the 3rd time you press forward, you hold it down, and then you press the move you want to do. So in my case 2, right? So I'm going to press forward, 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 hold the forward, and then press 2. And that allows me to access my while running moveset from a range where it would normally not be accessible. And the reason this is so important is that if I'm out here and I'm gonna do a while running 2, my opponent just knows that I have access to this move, and if I just start running at them, they have so much time to see it and duck, and they're gonna duck. People love to duck this move. Same thing with Claudio. You know, if it's Dragunov or Kazumi, they're gonna start sidewalking to sidewalk it and everything. So like honestly, normal while running moves aren't really that useful, but instant while running moves are super useful. And this is like a required technique in my opinion to be successful with like almost half the characters in this game. I mean, Lars has to do his while learning 3. It's never going to be a detriment to you to learn this technique, so go into practice mode and get good doing this because it is very important. Okay, so that was a pretty long digression. I'm sorry if that wasn't news to you, but I just thought I'd mention it. While learning 2 is a knockdown high power move that is plus on block. So similarly to Claudio's running 2, although not quite that good, I think. It's an option that is going to give you, you know, a favorable situation on a block and give you a lot of damage on hit. You get a guaranteed forward 1+2 on hit still, like that. So that's 50 damage. It's basically a combo worth of damage in a single hit. So you surprise your opponent. You do that as fast as you can with your while learning input, and then you get the forward 1+2 for free, and that's really good. And if they block, then you know, you're in their face with plus frames. You can do like a throw. That's her command throw. Or you can go into like a mix-up, or you know, whatever you want to do. Maybe you do this or something, which is a very good option. So that's a great tool for like the spaced out game with Alisa. And then the other big one that you need to know about is while learning 3-4. While learning 3-4 is -7 on block, so again, completely safe. It doesn't give you plus frames or anything, but the main thing about it is that it's a mid-mid, right? It does good damage, it knocks down, it wall splats, it combos, obviously a natural combo, and so this is your main mix-up for this. You're running at them, and if your opponent sees throw, they're like, oh no, and they're gonna duck, and then you do this instead, and it's really good. You can do just the 3 by itself as well. So those are your main tools for like starting offense from a spaced out position. And then the last tool, which is, oh wow, look at the water all of a sudden. Last one, which is maybe the most important move that Alisa received from the transition in Tekken 7, is this new down 3. So down 3 is a new move in Tekken 7. It is a long range, a very annoying aggressive low poke, and it is punishable on block. It is launch punishable on block, so you don't want to get too obvious with it, but it's fast enough that it's going to be safe most of the time if you're not being stupid. And then what it does is, after that hits, you can hear she laughs. She goes like uh-huh, and that means that she's transitioned into this stance, which is, this is down back 1. And this is called her backup stance, and this is not a super useful stance. You know, it's kind of evasive. You can, like, you know, be up here and then duck back and do that and things like that. But when you I don't really use it that much for that, so I'm not going to talk about like mixing up with the stance or anything, but you go into this stance automatically after the 3, and so your options, if you're going to do a move directly after this hits, is you do a move out of this stance. And so the main thing you do is backup 1 is a safe high-powered knockdown high, which is really good. And then if you don't want to do that and you want to do a mid, you've got 4, which is a really powerful launcher that I think whiffs at some ranges. There you go. So be careful about that. You can use 3 for a mid as well. This is punishable though, not launch punishable, but it is punishable. But honestly, my personal recommendation, and you have this shitty unblockable out of the stance as well. Nobody really uses this. I think it might actually be better than people give it credit for, because you see it has longer range than you would think, and as you can see right there, you can actually combo off of this, which is weird. But yeah, don't use this move, more or less. What you can do is, if you go into, you do down 3 and you go into backup stance, if you just wait a second, Alisa will go into full crouch, and then you can do your full crouch moveset. So if you just wait a second, you have access to, you know, normal while standing 4. So you can just do that and then back out, and you're completely safe, and it's good stuff. Or you can hold down forward and stay in full crouch and do that and all these things. So yeah, that's actually kind of a common setup with her to do that thing as well. So you got options when this hits, and then when you get the counter hit, what you do is you get a combo because you see it launches. So that's really good. You're kind of like fishing for the counter hit with this. When you don't get it, you kind of like go in and you do like maybe a wild standing 4, and then you go back out. It's mainly an annoyance tool. It's not really that much for the mix-up. It's more for just like getting the damage. But so the combo you want to do after this, I guess I can just show you real quickly. You have a couple of options. You can do boot 1, which is a spin move, and then you do that and you get 60 damage. Or you can wait and do something from while standing, like maybe you do that. That gives you slightly less damage, and then you can do, I think you can still do something like this, right? Let's have a look. Maybe not. Looks like that doesn't work anymore. Maybe it's like range dependent, yeah. Okay, so it looks like the highest damage option you have is actually to just do the boot 1. But yeah, so you can combo off of this move on counter hit. It's super annoying, it's abusable, and you should use it a lot, but you shouldn't get it blocked because then you will get punished. Yeah, so that's it for like moves you need to know about when Alisa's spaced out. You're doing like, oh, you got back 4s, so not back 4, standing 4 as well. This is a counter hit homing move. It's high, it comes out at 13 frames, so it's 2 frames slower than a normal standing 4. It still gives you the counter hit launch on a counter hit though. I think the combo you do is that. Okay, so 62. You still get good damage even though it spins on the first hit, which is really great. Yeah, so this is another like keep out tool you can use when you're just standing back and your opponent's trying to get in on you, and you're using this, and you're using this, and you're using this to keep them away from you, and this. So really good moves, and that's kind of Alisa's typical gameplay. And then the last thing to know is that she has this, she can fly, right? She's got fly stance. I think the official name for this is the boot stance. Okay, so when you want to go in from afar, you can use boots. The main move you use is boot 3, which is this fast, long range low. And you gotta get like comfortable with when you want to do the 3 input, because if you see, if I do it right away, it becomes harder to react to, but it's a little bit risky because you might whiff it. We see in that case it reached, and if I wait a long time and I do it when I'm super close, I put myself at more risk. But you know, you gotta like get comfortable at what range you wanna do the input with, and that's something that just comes with playing her with time. And again, this will give you a launch on counter hit, which is really good, right? So great move. I love this move. I use it a lot. You can use it for hitting grounded opponents, and you also, because it's a low and your opponent is obviously going to see this coming when you fly in, you have mid mix-ups, and the best thing you have is fly 1-2, which is part of this long shitty string, which you should rarely finish. Most of the time you're just doing fly 1-2, and this is a completely safe mid-mid natural combo, and if your opponent ducks, this is going to hit them every time and really annoy them. And yeah, I love this move. It's so good. It mixes up this 3 perfectly, and it is so good at the end of the round, because 27 damage is usually enough to like end the round. And when you're flying in at them and your opponent, oh, like he's gonna try and like finish the round with a fast low, right? He's gonna do the fly 3. They're gonna duck so often when you do this near the end of the round, and then you just collect the round with 1-2. It's super good. You can do the 2 as well, which is like a big chunkier mid, and then this is like very punishable but very big. It might be like her biggest launcher. It's fly 4, It's not really used that much unless you're like, say you're not doing very well and you just want to take the round and you have a feeling that your opponent might duck. You can just do this, and it's a very punishable launcher, but if they do duck, then you get a lot of damage. I think she can still get her old like super combo off of this. Let's have a look. Yeah, so 78, that's pretty high. What I did there was I did an instant while standing 1+2 that I charged into a while standing 1-2. Jab, back to 4 for the spin, and then I did instant while running 3-4. But I'm going to talk more about combos later, but I just thought I'd show you that quickly. That's not important, don't worry about it. Mainly use this, and when you don't want to use that, use this. Really great moves from Fly, and then Fly is also used in like combos and stuff, obviously. Alright, is that it? Oh, I want to mention another buff that Alisa received, and one of my favorite moves with her that is new in this game is forward 3-2. And yeah, that's an elephant in the room, I guess. You can see Alisa has chainsaws out right now. This is her chainsaw stance. And she has a couple of moves where she can get her chainsaws out and then her moveset changes. This is called destructive stance, I think, or destruction stance. And she has a couple of like mix-up tools out of this stance. So normally what she'll do is she'll do like, for example, 1-1 is your 10-frame block punish, right? And this can go into destructive stance by pressing 1+2 after the 1-1. So you do the 1-1 and you get a frame advantage, right? Because you block punish, you know this is gonna hit. You get the chainsaws out, and then you get a mix-up. So it's like a mix-up tool, and it's not super important when you're new to Alisa. This is much like Savage Stance with Miguel. This is a tool that you're gonna gradually start incorporating into your Alisa game as you get more and more comfortable with the character. If you want to play around with destructive stance, I'll just let you know right now that your best move might be just your normal destructive 1. As you can see, this is a high damage mid. So if your opponent ducks, this is going to hit, and it's kind of like your mid mix-up. And this is completely safe, and it doesn't look safe, you know, because it's so big and slow. But if this gets blocked, you are completely safe. And so a lot of inexperienced opponents, they will block that, and then they'll do like a big move because they think they're gonna punish, and then you punish their failed punish, which is good. And then the mix-up for the mid is just down 1, which is her best low out of this stance. So if you want to start playing around with destruction or destructive stance mix-ups, that's where you start off, and then you can start incorporating, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. This stance is a little bit crazy. Not necessarily very good, but it's usable. And she has like a 1+2 wall splat move that's homing and things like that. So yeah, and like a weird, this is called the electric sidestep. It's like ambiguously useful, super situational. Like, don't worry about it for now. That's all I'm gonna say. But yes, I was talking about this move. This is it's listed as 14 to 15 frames. I'm pretty sure it is actually 15 frames. If it is 14 and I've missed something, then that makes it fantastic, because it's like one of the fastest launchers in the game. But what it is it's just this is a natural combo, high damage launcher, and it's like super good for a whiff punish, right? So what I will do a lot of the time is like I'll do jabs and then I'll sidestep, and then I'll do this for like my whiff punish after the sidestep. When the hop kick, which we haven't talked about yet, when that doesn't reach. And even though it spins on the second hit and the combo isn't long or anything, you get good damage off of this. The combo looks like this. So what that does, what that is you do forward 3-2. You get chainsaws out automatically. They come out off of the 2. You then do forward 3+4, and she starts flying. And then you do fly 2-1 with the chainsaws, which is this move. And just that short sequence by itself, 58 damage, which is like good combo damage. So yeah, a super cool move. And let's see, what's it like on block? Minus 30. So yeah, punishable and duckable, but because it's mainly a whiff punish tool where you like visually confirm the whiff, it doesn't get blocked all that often. I love this move. I think it is a great change for her, and I like it a lot because the only other alternative to her hop kick that you have is this 16 frame down forward one, which is sorry, down forward 2, which isn't a very good down forward 2. Like I said, 16 frames, and this is one of those awkward down forward 2s that will not launch crouchers for some reason. I don't know why this exists in Tekken so much, but some down forward 2s will not launch crouching opponents, and you know, mid launchers, that's what they're for, launching crouching opponents. So, and this doesn't have massive range or anything. It's okay, but I personally mainly use the hop kick, and then when I need something else, I use this a lot of the time. And I guess I should mention that if you do 1+2 after this combo ender, she will put the chainsaws away automatically, and you land without chainsaws. So you're not locked into the chainsaw stance. If you're inexperienced with it, that's not a nice thing, because when she's in chainsaw stance, her movement sucks. You can see her sidestep becomes slower. She can't dash. She does automatic like flying moves for dash, for back dash and forward dash here. So it's not a great stance to stand around in because it limits your movement, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, have we gone over Alisa basics properly? This is her command throw I mentioned earlier. It's really good. It's a 1+2 break, so you need to be aware of your main 1+2 break in this game, because your 1 throw is going to get broken so much, and your 2 throw is going to get broken just because your opponent happened to be pressing a punch button, you know? And then an interesting thing she has as well, I should mention, is if you're in full crouch, I mentioned that she can mix her opponent up from full crouch. She actually has a pretty good throw from full crouch. What you do is you hold down back to go in full crouch and block, right? And then you do 1+2 while holding down back. And you get 45 damage, you create a lot of space, which Alisa likes, obviously, so another great option. So you can like do stuff like go down like this and then grab them. You know, you do the down back 3 into that, or I've seen some people lately that I've faced online did really well with this. Like they'll do the down 3, and then they sit here and like wait and see what you're gonna do. If they're close range, it just hits right away, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that was the wrong. Yeah, like that. So yeah, that's a great throw as well. So she has that, she has this, and then just kind of normal throws apart from that, I guess. So yeah, cool character, defensive, does a lot of keep out, pokes like this stuff up close, likes to go into full crouch by using down back 3 and back 1, and then from full crouch she likes to do this move, she likes to do this move, and yeah.